Hi. Just a quick note before this week's episode. I, as usual, had some audio issues, which I guarantee will be fixed by next week. I know I've said that in the past, but they will be this time. I've got a new mic, which I'm using to record this little note at the beginning, so yeah. Sorry about that. It'll be fixed by next episode. Okay, enjoy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Flushed Cast. Uh, I'm Sam.
I'm Bullet, and the reason we're laughing is because it's like the fifth time we've recorded the intro.
Bullet keeps fucking leaving the call randomly.
I don't!
Ask Yamcha. Yamcha's watching this happen, and he keeps seeing you disappear alongside me.
Okay, well, we're here now, hopefully.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know how long this is gonna last, but if he just vanishes, I'm doing the episode alone.
okay, so, yeah, Yamcha's not here this week because reasons.
We have a few topics to discuss. This is probably gonna be a lighter episode than usual, but I think that's fine.
We got the South Park movie, we got WandaVision, and maybe other stuff, I don't know.
Some questions, and I got an exciting announcement. I haven't told anybody this. Just for everyone listening, I haven't told Bullet this. Yamcha's probably not gonna know until Bullet tells him. So, do you remember how, in the host chat, you and Yamcha are always joking about how you want to do an episode where you don't watch the movie and you just bullshit through it?
Yeah.
Well, I've already done it.
Which movie?
Take a guess.
Zorro?
Yep. I did not watch Zorro, everybody. I completely bullshitted my way through. I read Roger Ebert's review. Most of my talking points were just from Roger Ebert. I didn't want to tell you right away. I wanted to wait. So, there we go, everybody. Jack Clock, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I'm going to watch it at some point. I just had no time.
Okay, so, movie. We're doing the movie now.
We're doing
Okay.
a movie now. We're talking about South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut.
Okay, so do you want to start?
Yeah, I guess I should introduce what the movie's about. It's about four kids who go to see a naughty movie. Not a porno, just like a movie with a lot of swearing. And then, as a result, one of the kids dies trying to repeat one of the actions they saw in the film. So the parents of the kids are now attempting to get the lead actors of the film killed for their actions. So now the kids have to stop them before Saddam Hussein and Satan come over and rule Earth. It's a very interesting plot, I would say. So, what did you think of the movie, Bullet?
It was fine, I guess. I mean, the only exposure to South Park I've had in the past was I've seen like half of an episode maybe at one point, and I didn't really care for that. But yeah, this movie did not interest me at all.
Yeah, I'm in like a different camp here because, well, right now I don't really give a shit about South Park. Like, I could care less at this point. Mostly because the new stuff just hasn't been as good. But a number of years ago, I was way more into it, and I watched it a lot more. Like, I would play the games, specifically Stick of Truth, which I still think is really good.
Yeah, I haven't played that.
That's another one where I think, like this movie, it has merits that, or there are good things about it that don't have to do with just, like, the show. Where with this, it's the songs, and with that, it's the gameplay. I think is really good.
The show doesn't have songs, does it?
No, the show is not a musical.
Okay.
There's some episodes that I think have some songs, but for the most part, the show is, like, yeah, it's not a musical. And
Well, like how the Simpsons occasionally has songs, but it's not a
yeah,
musical show.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, around, I think this was one of the earlier exposures I had to South Park. It wasn't the first thing, but it was certainly, like, one of the earlier things, and it kind of kickstarted my enjoyment of the show.
When did this come out?
This was 1999,
And when did the show begin?
a few years earlier, like 97-ish, I want to say.
So it was pretty early in the
Yeah.
show's life that this came out.
Yeah, they signed a deal, like, right when the show got big to do this movie.
So not like the Simpsons movie where it was way past the show's prime when it came out.
Yeah, I would say this is, like, the direct opposite, where this came, like, right at the start of the show's prime. Like, this kind of kickstarted the, like, age where the show got really good. Because before that, the earlier episodes were just kind of okay. For the most part, some of them were good, but, like, For the most part, it didn't really feel like they were like doing much with it.
Yeah. So you've seen this whole show then? I take it.
I've seen like a vast majority of the episodes. I haven't seen much of the newer stuff, mostly because after like the later teens, it started not being about the boys.
What was it about?
It's about Stan's dad, who is barely in the movie.
Which one is Stan?
Stan is the one with the blue hat.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, I think around the later seasons it started like not being about the kids,
Okay.
and then yeah, that's just when I think a lot of people, myself included, just stopped caring. I think one of the problems with this movie being like so early on in the show is that it doesn't really represent the show very well because like a lot of the characters that are big in the show, even like just a few seasons later, aren't really in the movie at all. I think one of the big reasons it's not too much like the show is because I don't know if you know this. I mean, some people know this, some people don't. But the show's only made in like 1 week each episode.
Well, the animation doesn't look particularly intensive.
Yeah, the animation isn't great, but that's why because it from writing to release it's 7 days.
Jesus.
Like, and there is a really good documentary that you can watch that it's like 40 minutes long and it goes in depth on how in these 7 days they're able to get an entire like episode of a show out, and it's pretty insane to watch.
Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it seems just incredibly stressful to work on this show.
Oh,
Um,
if I'm having to do that in a week, then yeah.
and I think they spend a day or two writing, so it's only like 3 or 4 days that they actually animate the show. So it's like an incredibly quick turnaround. But with this, obviously, they got more time to write because they're doing a full movie. I think that's where like the aspect of doing a musical came in because they had more time to do stuff. So why not do something that
Hmm.
takes a bit more planning?
The just on the animation,
Mhm.
I didn't particularly like the whole style of it. It just didn't really appeal to me.
Yeah, the animation is not good. Um, I think there's some instances in the show where it can work, but for the most part, it's just kind of ugly. For some celebrities, they'll do like the realistic face, like Saddam Hussein has the like actual just picture of Saddam Hussein as his face, which I think is just because it's just celebrities that they really want to make fun of, so they just find a bad picture of them. Like Mel Gibson, they did that for when they did an episode on Passion of the Christ. It was just a realistic picture of Mel Gibson doing stupid shit, and I think the movie does do a lot of like different art styles in a lot of different places.
Yeah, like there was some kind of like 3D animation for the hell sequence
Yeah, I was just gonna bring that up.
when the kid that dies. I can't remember any of the names, but the kid who dies when he goes to hell is all
Yeah,
like 3D.
that and then when they do like the Dragon Ball fight parody between Eric and Saddam Hussein, and there's more like it's like the kind of 3D-ish animation.
Yeah, kinda.
That one always pops up for me.
Have there been more South Park movies?
No, there was like I think in the late 2000s they were doing one called Imagination Land, but that ended up just being split into 3 episodes in the show.
Okay,
Um,
so that's the opposite, the opposite of what they did with the Clone Wars movie.
yeah, they just kind of instead of making it a movie, they just decided to do a show out of it, which I think was a good decision.
Did this? Well, A, did it do well with critics, and did it do well at the box office?
This movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on, I'll pull up the Rotten Tomatoes page real quick. But I remember it got pretty good reviews overall. 80% on Rotten Tomatoes from critics, so that's pretty good overall, I'd say.
Its budget was 20 million.
And then 83 million worldwide.
Okay, so it made a profit. So
Yeah,
it's weird that they wouldn't make a sequel.
I think that mostly just came from Matt and Trey not wanting to do one.
Okay.
Because they seem to just with a lot of things, they're just kind of like, nah, we don't want to do that.
Hmm.
Like I'm sure after that they did one other movie, and then they just didn't do any more. So I'm sure they got offers for more movies, but they just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I do want to bring up the most interesting fact about this movie, which I'm sure you've seen in the chats before.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think I know what you.
Saddam Hussein has seen this film. He saw the movie and he signed a picture for the creators of South Park.
Wasn't he was forced to, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I still think that's pretty fucking insane.
Yeah. It's quite funny. Yeah.
Especially when you consider just how they really go in on Saddam Hussein in this. Yeah, I think one of the problems earlier you brought up how you didn't find it that funny.
Yeah. Not at all. Most of it felt completely flat for me.
I think one of the biggest problems for that, I mean, don't take any offense to this. But I mean, a lot of the humor is more directed towards American audiences and American politics.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the reasons it didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, like the joke about the Emancipation Proclamation, where Chef brings that up and then the Army General says, "I don't listen to hip hop."
Yeah.
Like if you're American, you get that joke and it's really funny, but otherwise, yeah, I can see how that would fall flat.
One joke that did work for me was the same scene. It was when the army commander was saying, um, going through the battle plans. It was okay. This is the first wave, but then it was just all black people put their hand up. That joke worked for me.
I like with that joke towards the end when you see like the black people like strapped to the planes and like on the
Yeah,
tanks.
that was good. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Emancipation Proclamation joke ties into that a bit, but obviously, that's I'm not expecting, you to understand what that would mean. Yeah, I think that's one of the problems with this movie, like worldwide. And nowadays, I think a lot of the humor is dated, like jokes about Windows 95 or 98 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I do find it funny when Bill Gates gets fucking shot in the head, though, just out of the blue. Yeah, there isn't too much to say about this one. I was hoping Yamcha would make it to this one. Yeah, I think the music is the big highlight for this one, and that's one of the things with a lot of like movies that or shows that are turned to like movies. Is a lot of them don't do anything with that like medium that feels like it couldn't be in the show. You know what I mean?
I feel like that with the Simpsons movie.
Yeah, the Simpsons movie doesn't do enough with that medium.
That feels like it could just be a two-parter
Yeah,
show episode.
but with this, because it's a musical and the pacing, it's designed for a movie. It can't just be like an episode or something.
Yeah.
Even though the plot of this movie is directly taken from one of the earlier episodes and then just turned into a movie.
I assume just more stuff's added to it then.
Yeah, more stuff, and then obviously the musical stuff, which is the big thing to me. I guess ratings.
You go?
Mine's at like a 9.
9 out of 10?
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
And I'm at a 6. It wasn't... I mean, I sat through it, but it just didn't really engage me at all.
I will give it one thing that I'm sure you appreciated about it too. It's only 80 minutes.
Yeah. That was nice.
It's not particularly long. It doesn't overstay its welcome at all. Should we move on to WandaVision?
Finale came out yesterday. I assume you watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, well, the show's over now, so what did you think?
Should we start with non-spoilers?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so non-spoilers, let's do a few minutes on that, then go to spoilers, because I think we have a lot more to say in the spoiler section.
I don't know how much you can even say non-spoiler-wise.
Yeah, let's just do a few minutes, non-spoilers.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, I think it's a very good start to the Marvel shows.
Mm-hmm.
And between this and The Mandalorian, it makes me very confident with Disney Plus's original shows.
Yeah, I think I still prefer Mandalorian, but this
same,
is good.
same.
I mean, overall, I really liked it. I would say, it's one of the. I'd say it's probably. I think it's in my top 5 MCU stuff right now.
I think I have it at number 4 on my MCU ranking.
It is number 5 for me. I remember.
Because I got Cap 2, Infinity War, and something else above it.
Let me check what I got. I know I have Cap 2 and Infinity War above it. Guardians of the Galaxy and Iron Man are also above it for me.
Oh, the other thing for me is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah. So, I mean, I do like it overall. I think it's a pretty good show. It might drop a bit for me as time goes on.
Yeah, I really liked it. I think the most impressive thing is it's made me like the 2 title characters.
Yeah, and I did not give any I didn't give a shit about them.
Yeah, beforehand neither, and
the bigger thing is I did not give a shit about their relationship at all.
Yeah, same.
I just did not care.
But yeah, this worked really well in making me like it more.
Yeah, I do think I do obviously have problems with the show. I think in particular the finale was a little off to me.
I like the final episode on the whole.
I liked it overall, but I did have some problems with it. But yeah, pretty solid show overall. The performances are pretty good.
Yeah.
Should we get into spoilers?
Sure. Or do you want to give ratings before we go into spoilers?
Yeah, I'm at 8 out of 10.
I gave it a 9. I really, really liked it, and it it's making me looking forward to the future Marvel shows. So spoilers then.
Spoiler alert.
Skip to the next topic in the timestamps if you haven't seen the show, or you care about spoilers. Do you want to just talk about the big one, Quicksilver?
Yeah, let's just talk about Quicksilver.
It's just a guy who looks like Evan Peters who was given Quicksilver's powers. Is that right?
Yeah, which I mean, I've seen a lot of people get pissed about this.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
It's a really weird thing to do, though. Like,
It is, yeah.
well, I've seen people like compare this to the Iron Man 3 Mandarin thing.
Yeah, I've seen that. Which I like that twist, so that's not
I like that
negative to
twist,
me.
but like, this isn't the same thing to me because of that. It wasn't like if Ben Kingsley in like Spider-Man or X-Men. Let's just go with Spider-Man, I guess. I don't know why. If Ben Kingsley in the original Spider-Man movies played the Mandarin, and then in Iron Man 3 he was the Mandarin again, but then he was revealed to be some random guy, then it would be the
Mm.
same thing. Because
Yeah.
with this there's a preset like thing where yeah, Evan Peters, he is like Quicksilver, like in those movies. So it's weird to see him come back just to not be Quicksilver, but pretend to be Quicksilver. It's like at that point, just cast a different person. Why bring him back?
Yeah. I
It,
I think it was a very nice twist. I thought I was not expecting to see him pop up
yeah,
when he
it kind of
when he
surprised me. It really did
yeah
surprise me. Especially like if it was Aaron Taylor Johnson or whoever. If it was him, it would have been like not as surprising because I was kind of expecting him to show up.
yeah. I would not have cared if it was him.
Also, he's just really boring as Quicksilver.
Yeah.
I think bringing back the Days of Future Past Quicksilver was a way for them to sort of like make audiences surprised and like make them not know what to expect.
Yeah, I that was like the main twist of the show,
Yeah,
and it was weird for it to happen. It was like what episode 5?
yeah. I mean, the other big twist was Agatha, which
I guess,
eh,
yeah.
once we get into negatives, we can talk about Agatha. Um,
Do you not like her then?
no, no. Do you want to just get into that?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, so in the earlier seasons, Agatha was one of my favorite parts, and I still liked her all around. But I think the biggest problem I have with the show is the villains.
Yeah.
Because let me ask you this: what was Agatha's end goal?
She wanted Wanda's powers, I think.
But why?
Oof. I don't know. She wanted to be powerful, I guess, which is a very weak motivation.
Yeah, the motivations are just really weak. And I thought the what's his name, the military guy, whatever the
Haywood?
other guy, yeah, Haywood or Hayward, whatever. He just did not click for me at all. He's just like he wanted Vision just because Vision's
Because he's
powerful.
yeah, because he wanted a weapon, I guess. His I didn't care. While watching, I liked the stuff inside the hex a lot more than the stuff outside.
Yeah, I would agree.
But I think Jimmy Woo was really good.
Jimmy Woo is the best part of the outside stuff.
Yeah, he saved a lot of the outside stuff for me.
The weird thing is, I fucking hated him in Ant-Man 2. Like, I could not stand him at all. He was like the most grating character in that movie. Like none of his jokes landed. And I'm not blaming it on the actor because it's very clearly not the actor's fault.
Hmm.
Especially after seeing WandaVision, it is not at all the actor's fault.
Yeah, he was
Um,
great in this.
yeah, it's clearly just a problem of the material in Ant-Man 2 being complete shit. Like he did not work in that movie at all, but here he's like one of the better parts. And then Darcy is another character who I think worked better than how they usually do.
Oh, definitely. I did not like her at all in either Thor movie she was in, but she was really good in this. I liked her.
Yeah, she fucking was not very good in any of that, but I do wish they did more with Monica Rambeau, whatever.
I think she's gonna get more to do in Captain Marvel 2.
No, that takes place in the past though.
Does it?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
Huh.
From what I understand, it's gonna be about Captain Marvel like going to find the Skrulls a new home or something.
Oh, then I oh I see. I assume that'd be set after this. Okay, then I don't know.
I think that's in the past because that's what she was doing in between the first Captain Marvel film and Endgame.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with her in the future then.
It's weird because she was like a big part of the earlier episodes, and then or the middle episodes, and then she just kind of vanished.
Mm. She was barely in the finale at all.
Yeah, when she showed up, I was like, oh yeah, she's in this.
Yeah, the in the finale, I really liked the Vision versus Vision fight. That was really creative, I thought.
Yeah, that was the best fight in the finale, I think. Like the Agatha Wanda fight, I didn't really find that interesting.
Yeah, neither. Yeah, I agree. The Vision versus Vision was more interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whenever that kicked on, I was like, oh hell yeah.
What do you think is going to happen to White Vision now? Because he was given all Vision's memories back, so do you think he'll appear in future stuff? I think they're setting him up for that to just become New Vision.
I am really annoyed that they're just basically undoing everything in Infinity War. Because Gamora's back, now Vision's back.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I not. I'm gonna hold out judging what they're doing with Vision until I see the future stuff though, because it could be done well. I don't know.
But, like, regardless, they're just bringing him back. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a franchise that loves bringing people back from the dead? They made an entire movie about it. They've made they made a movie and a show just about bringing people back from the dead at this point.
um, what else? I see you watched both post-credit scenes of the finale.
Yeah, I didn't really understand the second one. I'll be honest.
Yeah, neither. Do you want to just go through one at a time? So the first one
Yeah,
was Wanda got take no, not Wanda. Monica got taken into the theater at the town, and she spoke with someone who was revealed to be a Skrull.
and let me just say, most disappointing part of the show is that scroll was not Ben Mendelsohn.
Oh, that would have been amazing. I
I
hadn't even
was
thought about
really
that.
hoping it was him because he's like one of my favorite parts of Captain Marvel.
Oh, he's great in that. Yeah.
But it wasn't him.
So that's setting up for the Secret Wars, no, Secret Invasion shows then.
Yeah, I think so.
So that means that I guess Monica's going to appear in that then.
I think so. Yeah. As long as we get Ben Mendelsohn, I'll be happy. Uh,
And
the other one is I
guess
don't
what
even
is
remember.
she's using the astral projection from Doctor Strange.
Oh, I didn't even recognize it. I haven't seen Doctor Strange since
You know
theaters.
how you see him when he's there's a scene in that where he's like asleep, but then you see he's like astral projecting and he's reading a book, like he's
Oh
learning
yeah,
while he's asleep, and she's
yeah.
doing a similar thing.
Oh, so she's like learning his tactics or something.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's just his specifically, but it's just she's learning more magic stuff. So,
Do you think?
and
Do you think Wanda's gonna be a villain in Doctor Strange too?
oh, that would be interesting because all we know right now is that she's appearing in it, right?
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's all we know.
I think maybe I don't know. That would be interesting if she was a villain in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with that. Honestly, I think that'd be pretty cool.
That's one of my that's one of the two Marvel movies I'm actually excited for at the moment. That and Spider-Man 3.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm excited for Guardians 3 too.
eh, I'm sure that would be fine.
I know you're not a big fan of the first two.
Yeah, yeah, they're fine, I guess.
The first one I really love. The second one I think is pretty good too. But I just found out something that I'd like to point out.
Oh yeah.
Um, the lady who played Agatha has also played a character who was surprise revealed to be a villain in a Marvel movie before.
Wait, really?
Yep, she was Doc Ock in Spider Verse.
Huh. Weird. Huh.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah, Doctor Strange 2, I'm mainly excited for it because of Sam Raimi.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be hopefully doing a good job.
Because, well, he's done my favorite comic book movie ever, which is Spider-Man 2, so I've hope for this.
I have hope, but he also did Spider Man 3, so.
That was also a lot of studio interference, though.
I don't think of Marvel Studios when I think of no studio interference.
True, true.
I mean, Edgar Wright couldn't take it,
Hmm. Yeah.
so I'm a little. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. There are some people who can manage the studio interference. Like I think James Gunn is good at that. Like he knows
Yeah.
how to make a
Yeah.
studio film. Taika Waititi's another one. He can make a studio film, but like, and then you got people who that's all they do. Fucking Peyton Reed.
What else was happening in WandaVision? Worth talking about. Oh yeah, she in the post-credit scene, she hears her children screaming, which
Yeah,
that says to me that they're in like hell or a hell dimension, and she'll need to get them out at some point. I think that's what she'll be trying to do.
I think that's where she's gonna come in as like a villain of some sort.
Maybe.
That'll be like her motivation is trying to get the kids out.
Yeah, yeah.
I do wonder, like, because this was meant to come out later. Like, this wasn't meant to be the first thing in Phase 4.
Wait, really?
Yeah, the first thing was meant to be Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay. Any reason this didn't get that got pushed back after this?
Falcon and Winter Soldier still had some filming left to do, and this didn't,
Okay.
I guess.
This seems like it would be easier to film, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just sitcom.
Well, the sitcom stuff had had a live audience.
Did it?
Yeah, like all the stuff where there's a laugh track, there's an actual audience there.
Huh. I didn't know that.
I'm sure they'll go into that in the behind the scenes stuff next week, which I'm looking forward to seeing.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's coming out. Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I'm worried to see what the pacing is going to be like for this because initially, if you want to consider WandaVision, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange to be like a trilogy of sorts, because they're all going to tie into like that whole thing, the multiverse thing. WandaVision was going to be in between Doctor Strange, which was going to be first, and then after WandaVision was going to be Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man was originally going to be last.
Yeah, I believe so.
Huh.
So, like, the order is all fucked up now, so, like, the stories kind of have to change.
Although, yeah, this would have had to have changed a lot, because I don't see how this could come after Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, well, Doctor Strange apparently was originally going to be in WandaVision, like, in the finale. But that got cut.
I was expecting him to appear, but I'm glad he didn't. I think the conclusion of it just being Wanda who wins the day, I think that works better for the character.
Well, I'm thinking he would have shown up like after the fight. He would have been like, "Hi, I'm Doctor Strange. Hello, Wanda," or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh God, I do wonder if Spider-Man 3 is actually gonna make it.
You mean this year?
Yeah.
But it's December, isn't it? Which makes me think it's gonna get. I think it'll be the first film of 2021. No, 2022. We're in 2021.
They're not gonna push it to January.
Well, I mean, they usually do a film in like March or something.
I guess maybe it'll be February, like Black Panther.
Maybe.
But then again, like, what else aside from Black Panther has been a massive hit in February?
Deadpool was.
I guess, yeah, that's a good point. Anything else on WandaVision?
Oh, I like the costume she finally got. That looked good.
Yeah, that looked good.
It was like a good film adaptation of the comic costume.
I will be brutally honest.
What?
I could barely, because when I was watching the show, there was a lot of natural light flowing into my room.
Yeah.
I could barely tell what the fuck was happening. Episode 8, I could like barely see anything.
I did find at the end of episode 8, the clunky Scarlet Witch line I didn't really like.
You're the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, that felt kind of clunky to me.
The show has some very, some of the writing is very good. Like that grief line was pretty good.
Oh god. I kind of hate that line because of how much it's getting circle jerked.
Yeah. Well, now it's just funny. Now when I think about it, it's just funny.
Yeah.
You got that line, then you got, "You're the Scarlet Witch, Wanda," and then you got "You're Ralph Boner."
The Scarlet Witch line, it's not quite on the, what are we, some kind of Suicide Squad, but it's close.
Nothing's on that level, though.
It's not quite on that level, but it is close.
What are we, some kind of WandaVision?
What WandaVision say in unison?
That would have been amazing. I would have fucking cried. I really hope that they say that in Falcon and Winter Soldier. What are we, some kind of Marvel Studios, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I'm thinking like, I'm the Falcon and I'm the Winter Soldier.
God, they're gonna do something stupid like that.
Anything else about WandaVision?
No. I think that's about it. Pretty solid show overall.
Yeah, yeah, I really liked it. What was your favorite episode?
Uh, I don't remember that much that happened in episode 6, but I'm feeling episode 6. I
That's
don't
the
know
one
why.
most people seem to be pointing to.
Oh, I guess I guessed right.
That was the Halloween episode.
Yeah, that one's good.
I think my
Um,
favorite was the one after that, episode 7.
what was that one again?
The one where they that was the one where they start breaking the fourth wall with the like look the talking to the camera bit.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the modern sitcoms.
I wasn't that big on that one to be honest.
Mm.
That one
I
was okay.
liked I think Vision and um Darcy worked well together in that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, let's get some questions in. Let me go to the questions. I'll ask them. All right. So our first question comes from Air Jordan, who gives probably the best questions here. I think
Oh,
consistently.
definitely.
Do you think that sometime in your life, Disney and Warner Brothers will make a deal and make a Marvel versus DC show?
I think it's got to happen at some point. I think in my lifetime, yes. Not for like a good decade, though, at
Oh, it'll
least.
be. I think it'll be more than a decade.
Yeah. Maybe it will be towards the end of the superhero, like the time that's in the spotlight.
Like when they're trying to just drag audiences in.
Maybe. Because I think it would. Because I think it would be a licensing issue.
Yeah,
Because who would get? Would it be 50-50 split profit wise or what?
I think it'll happen when Disney buys Warner Brothers.
Or maybe, yeah.
Because that'll. I mean, let's be honest. At some point, every movie's just going to be a Disney movie.
Would that be? I think that would class as an action monopoly at that point.
Yeah, but like, who's going to stop them? They have enough money.
um, yeah, I think it will happen eventually,
Yeah.
but
Um.
not for a good long while. I think
Um.
there've been Marvel versus DC comics.
Yeah, I think you're right. But like, a movie might be a little hard to make nowadays. Maybe it'll happen though. Who knows?
Next question.
But we got best Harry Potter book or movie. My answer is none. Now you can go ahead.
Favorite Harry Potter book is the fourth one, Goblet of Fire, and favorite movie is the third one,
Yeah,
which I
I'll try.
think is 90% of people's answer for favorite movie.
I haven't read all the books, so I can't answer. But movie is definitely the third one. Now, what about the worst?
Worst, worst book is either the first one because it just feels kind of rushed because it's a lot shorter than the others, so there's not really enough time to develop much in it, or the fifth one, which is the complete opposite. It's too long. It There's a lot of unnecessary stuff in it that I think so. That's the worst book. Although I still like both those books, they're just my least favorites. Worst movie, however, easily the fourth one for me because I think it is a terrible adaptation of the book it's based on. It just doesn't work for me at all. Which it's decent if you take it on its own merits, but based on based on the book it's based. If you look at the book it's based on, it's just such a bad adaptation. I think.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say I also have to agree. I think the fourth one's probably the worst one, and it's not a matter of me being mad about the book. It's just I don't like the movie at all. Um, actually, I do have an answer for book because I didn't finish it, thank God, but I do have a copy of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Oh, hang on. If that counts, then that's the worst book.
That should count.
Well, it's not technically a book; it's a play script. But
Oh, it's a book. It's a book. It's made out of paper. It's a book.
well, if that counts, then yeah, that's easily the worst book. That's fucking terrible. Okay, so Colgate asks, most disappointed you've been by a game or film? You want to do game and film?
Yeah, why not?
So, most disappointing film for me is Alien 3 because, as we know from episode 1 of the show, Alien is my favourite film, and I also really love Aliens, its sequel, but so going into Alien 3, because I'd seen the first one a couple of years ago, but I only watched the rest of the films last year, and after watching Aliens, which I loved, going to Alien 3, I had understandably quite high expectations. It's just bad, which that's a lot coming from me, considering it's David Fincher. But well, it's debatable whether you can even call that his film, it because of all the studio interference and all that. he has gone on record saying no one hates Alien 3 more than me. So that's my answer. So most disappointing film. You go.
Going with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Um, I remember. I guess I'll tell this story. I remember I was 6 years old when that movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or yeah, 6 years old. I was a massive Indiana Jones fan. I was so fucking excited to see Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I was going in theaters. I was so excited. I was dressed up as Indiana Jones to go see it. Um, and around the scene where you remember the ant scene?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I asked my parents if we could leave. See, I had another good one. But fuck, now I can't remember it.
No, that's a good
Hang on.
answer, Bailey. No,
No, but I
one
had
before.
another one where I was really disappointed, but now I can't remember what it was. Um, oh, this one's not one where I was disappointed because it was bad, I guess.
Okay.
But I was when I was younger, I was disappointed by The Hobbit a lot, like the first one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Mostly because I had to leave like after about 40 minutes or an hour because
It was either you
the
or your friend got motion sick, wasn't
it was me. I got motion sick.
it?
So that's like a different situation.
Yeah.
Or if I stayed, I probably would have really liked it,
Hmm.
but nope, didn't get to stay because I
I
got
assume
motion sick
I
during The Hobbit.
assume you've seen the film since then.
Yeah, I think I bought the Blu-ray or something when we watched it.
Um,
But
when we won the game.
yeah, you go first on game.
Oh, hang on, I need to think. Oh, I've got it. Elder Scrolls Online,
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
because I'm a big Elder Scrolls fan. Skyrim it's my most played and my favorite game of all time. I've got about 1,700 hours in it, so I've played a lot of Skyrim, and I played a bit of Oblivion. I really like that. Didn't care much for Morrowind, but that's mainly because it just feels really dated nowadays. But that's beside the point. Um, Elder Scrolls Online, it just it doesn't feel like an Elder Scrolls game to me with how the gameplay works.
hmm
Yeah, you go.
I do have. I was gonna go with Fallout 76 at first,
Well, that's a good
but
one.
I remember I played a lot of that,
You
so I can't.
you have like 100 hours in it, don't you?
Oh no, I have like 200.
Fucking Jesus.
Um, but I'm going with Battlefront 2015.
Oh, another good choice.
Because I mean that's one where I bought it right. Oh no, I do have another one after Battlefront 2015, which I think tops it. But
Battlefront
um,
2017.
no.
um,
I bought Battlefront 2015 on launch day, and then the day after I got rid of it because I didn't like it at all. I played through all the single player stuff.
I didn't mind that.
I like it more now. The one that I'm going with though, that I think is my legitimate answer, Destiny.
I played a tiny bit of that and got really bored.
Yeah, I remember getting really excited for that because it was from Halo. It was from the people who made Halo. How
Yeah.
could it be bad? You know, they made Halo. They made a bad game. But Destiny 2 is pretty good.
I never played that.
Now should we do the inverse of that?
Yes, so how was it worded exactly? A game or film that surpassed all expectation. Well, Terminator Dark Fate.
You like Terminator Dark Fate a lot?
I don't like it a lot, but I was expecting it to be terrible, so
I mean, yeah, I guess it's not terrible.
it surpassed my expectations in that way. The first two Terminators I absolutely love, especially 2. That's in my top 10 films ever. But Terminator 3, 4, and 5, just so bad.
Alright, I found a really weird one. I don't even know if I want to use this one.
Let's do it.
Because it's weird to admit that I've seen this movie.
Oh yeah?
This is a movie that, okay, it is a YouTuber movie that
Right.
was not god awful.
I don't think those exist.
Oh, there is one. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
The Ashens movie.
That's a thing.
Have you seen? Do you know who Ashens is?
I know who Ashens is, but I didn't realize he had a movie.
He has 2 movies.
What?
I haven't seen the second one yet, but I've seen the first one. It's called Ashen's and the Quest for the Game Child.
Huh.
It's like an adventure film. It's it's really weird how it's actually decent.
Right. Do you want to go on to game?
Yeah, you can pick a game. I don't have any idea.
My answer to this is a game that I only played for the first time last year, during lockdown, is Red Dead 2, which I had heard was like really like amazing, but I did not expect it to be that amazing. Like that, it's one of my three favorite games. It's in my top three. I just yeah, I didn't expect it like that. That's a game that's like affected me like emotionally, which is rare for a game. I have another uh, a game that exceeded expectations. If you wait to go while you wait.
Yeah, you can go. I got a few, but I gotta think of one that's really good.
Well, it's mine. My other one is it's a game you recommended to me. It's God of War 2018. Which yeah, I played that for the first time in January this year, on the PS Plus collection on my PS5, and fuck me, was that good. I loved it so much, and I can't wait for the sequel, which supposedly this year. So you got a game for most that surpassed expectations?
I'll go with Doom 2016.
Oh sure, yeah.
Because that's one where I think that really sticks out to me as an amazing game.
Hey, I'm back. Okay, so next week is a doozy, in my opinion. We got Justice League 2017. And then we're also going to talk about the Snyder Cut, because that'll be out.
Yeah, so it'll be a Justice League special.
Look in the description for our Twitter and Discord server.
If you're listening to this and you aren't on our server, you probably are confused why we didn't have an episode last week. We've switched to releasing episodes bi-weekly now, so the next episode will be in 2 weeks' time. It's just to make editing easier for us and scheduling easier. So yeah, see you next episode. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Let me write you a love song.